Hey guys, this is Hogan Brown with Loon Outdoors, and today I'm going to show you how to tie a classic variation on a flashback pheasant tail. This is called the Quasimodo Pheasant Tail. Alright, for the Quasimodo Pheasant Tail, we're just going to start with some 8/0 camel thread on a 2457 or just your classic scud hook, copper bead. This is a classic Northern California pattern that I think probably fish most places they eat flashback pheasant tails. We're going to start with a piece of small copper wire. Attach it to the side of the hook shank. Work our thread back. Right about there. Then we're going to take, kind of to scale, whatever you would use for a pheasant tail of about this size. I take about a dozen fibers. Set that right on top and give it a wrap, and then kind of see where my tail's at. Give it right there to secure it in, then move my thread forward. Then I'm going to take it and palmer it around just like you would any pheasant tail, making sure all those fibers kind of line up. Tie it off. I use about a 50-50 proportion on these, and then I will tie that pheasant tail in all the way up to the bead to kind of bulk up that body. Then I'm going to take a piece of medium mylar, set that on top, give it a little bit of a flashback over the back of the fly. Take that copper, wrap it around. You don't have to do this if you want to keep it a little more subdued, but I always like to. Add those attractable elements to the fly. Trim that excess, right like that. Then for the wing case, I'm going to use a piece of large mylar tinsel or pearl tinsel, whatever you have laying around, but basically whatever your favorite flashback is. Put that in there. Sure it all sinks in behind the bead. Now you can use dubbing, you can use really whatever you want for the middle. I'm going to stick with the classic Peacock curl, and I usually grab about 3 to 4 strands of Peacock, tie them in at the tip, then just palmer those forward. Trying not to double up too much on my wraps, just to keep those fibers out. Then tie them off right behind the bead. Now for legs, there's a lot of different things that you can use. You can use mallard flank. You can use more peacock. I've been using these loose kind of hen hackle feathers. I think the legs move a little more. I've become a fan of these. A lot of people use these for soft hackles. But I take a little clump of it, stick it right to the side, give it a tie. Trim off. And I always kind of shove the excess in there behind the bead. Take another little clump. Take it right there. Loose wrap. Then pull that wing case over, tie it in, shove it all back in there behind the bead, and tie it off. Now you can put a dollop UV clear on the back there or just leave it. I'm just going to leave this one, and that is kind of a variation of a flashback pheasant tail, the commonly called here in Northern California the Quasimodo. But a great addition is mayflies. If you're imitating or using this as a mayfly imitation, as they begin to hatch, they do start to arch. Gases begin to build under the exoskeleton, and you will start to get that hunchback in a lot of your mayfly nymphs as they begin to hatch. So great kind of attractor to imitate that.